What is going on, people inside the internet machine? Welcome to the CM Retro Show, where we turn cake, pound pastries, slice pies, and stretch bread. I don't know, man. It's what we do. All right, another episode of the pickups, man. Okay, let's just get right to it. You guys saw I bought that Rock Band set, 2 Rock Band sets a couple episodes ago. At a garage sale, one for the Wii, one for the 360. And the lady wanted $5 for everything, so I couldn't leave it. So I needed a set of drumsticks for the set I was going to sell. Man, these are $4.99, but they are the official Rock Band drumsticks, which is awesome because I'll pair that up. And I just need to find a Rock Band game, hopefully a Beatles game, because it's a Beatles Rock Band set. And then we can flip that, turn some cake. Next thing we picked up, all right. So you can never go wrong with these little bad boys here. These are the Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, GameCube AV cables. They had it priced at $2.99, but when she rung me up for 99 cents. So it was $1.06 for some AV cables. Not bad, not bad. Been telling you guys, keep an eye out for Beyblade stuff. Saw this at thrift store. It was $3. $3 make you holler. But it is the Beyblade Metal Fusion Burning Fire Strike Arena, Battle Arena. I know Beyblade spin around in there, but again, guys, I can't stress enough. If you see Beyblade stuff out there, pick it up. These things go for about 20 bucks. So we'll throw that up on Craigslist for like 15, and we'll see if we can 5 times our money. That's some serious cake turning right there. Alright, you guys know me. First thing I do in the day is I hit up my favorite thrift store, where a certain color tag that week is 75 cents if it's under $12. They had some GameCube games there last week, but they were half off, so I thought, man, I'll take a chance. I'll leave them for a week and see if I can come back and get them on 75-cent day. And sure as shit, pretty much all of them were there, I think. Now, amazingly enough, the sports games were like $6, but they were orange tag. So they were not even half off today, so whatever. But I checked all the cases to make sure there wasn't a loose Mario Kart or, you know, Smash Brothers in there. All these games were complete, like I said, 75 cents. Rugrats, Royal Ransom, stellar title right there. Monsters, Inc. I actually like the Monsters, Inc. game on the Game Boy Advance. This one looks more like a 3D platformer run-arounder. Chronicle of Narnia, have that one. Again, I have a hard time leaving GameCube games for 75 cents. These are all complete. We got Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Not sure I have that one. Actually, I don't think I do. I've got Prisoner of Azkaban, Quidditch World Cup, and Chamber of Secrets, I think. So I need that one. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And then 2 copies of Lord of the Rings... Oh, I'm sorry, Return of the King and Third Age. I thought there were 2 copies of Third Age. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure I saw 2 copies of that last time. Anyway, boom. Lord of the Rings games. I will probably bundle all of these together, throw them up on Craigslist for like 15 bucks. And yeah, all the other games I need, I'll keep for free. is up, y'all? We are back. Let me explain to you what happened. So that first part of the video I shot, and I was like, I'll just make that a 4-minute pickup video. No big deal. Pickups have been kind of slow. Whatevs, right? But then I thought, I got extra pickup videos, right? 2 pickup videos behind. So why not just wait another week? If we go out and we find something, we find something. If not, we're right back in the same position that we were in, before you saw this part of the video. A 4-minute pickup video. We got some stuff, man. I saw that rainbow. I was like, man, things are going to work out for us this week. And sure as heck, it did. Big news. See the Virtual Boy right there? Tilt. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we got a whole camera crew in here working on that, getting those good shots for you. Brett Hamilton picked up that Virtual Boy. It's got a couple games in there. Red Alert, Wario Clash, and Mario something. And he got it for like 40 bucks at a pawn shop. And we were just not really able to agree on a price and work something out. But, we worked together. So, all right, man, give it another month, So we just kind of drag our feet on it. And finally I was like, man, what are we doing with this? And he said, well, let's work something out. So he wanted 80 bucks for the Virtual Boy, and then like 20 bucks or so for what I'm about to show you. So he wanted like 100 bucks. Great deal, in my opinion. Great deal for a box Virtual Boy. So I said, well, do you still need an expansion pack for your Nintendo 64? He said, yes, I do. I said, I've got extra. So he started chipping away at that $100 mark. I said, do you want one of those complete in box, black box golf games? And he was like, yeah, I want one of those too. So I gave him a little bit of discount on that. We're chipping away at that 100 bucks. When it was all said and done, $70 cash, an expansion pack, and a copy of Black Box Golf. We got the Virtual Boy complete in box, and what I'm about to show you here. Actually, it's the last 2 games. These games right here, he had a bag of games. He's like, I don't want these anymore. I don't play them anymore. They don't really trade in for anything. Do whatever you want with them. So what I've done is I've got 2 bins in my basement, 2 plastic totes. Anything that doesn't sell on Craigslist that really isn't worth trying to sell on eBay or people don't want in trade, I'm going to throw in those bins and maybe take them to a convention next year and set up a table and see how that works out. But first game here is Fester's Quest. Looks like you got that for $2.99. I've got a copy of this. My son's got a copy of this. So again, we'll throw that in the doubles bin and see what we can do with that. Not an expensive game. I actually don't have this one either. Sonic and Knuckles. Now, you put this in your little Sega Genesis there. You flip open that. And you can put in, Sonic and Sonic 2 and, play as Knuckles and Sonic 2 or whatever. I don't even really know what this thing does. I know I don't have one, so I'm going to try it out and see what it does. I'm going to try and put other games in there, and maybe I can get Knuckles to play in Wings of War or something. I don't know. That probably won't work. I'll put in the Sega Genesis Game Genie. I'll throw that on top, and then I'll throw in E-SWAT or Star Trek and see what happens. Probably nothing. All right. So included in the $20 bin or $20 deal that we worked out, you picked this up. I was like, gotta have that one. It's Mega Man 5 Battle Network Team Colonel. Now, guys, I am not as up to date on my Mega Man Battle Network as I should be. I play classic Mega Man X, and that's sort of really where it stops. Unless you want to get into Power Battle and Power Fighters, the arcade games from Japan, and maybe a little Battle and Chase, But we went on the coverproject.net and we printed off a beautiful cover for it. Bada bing, bada boom. And that will end up over there. You guys know where that's going to go. Game Boy Advance case. Actually, it looks a little flushed out. I might, again, if you have better printing materials, you could probably print out some awesome covers. I'm very excited to have this game in the collection. Custom Robo for the Nintendo GameCube. Only for the Nintendo GameCube. Unfortunately, this one is missing the manual. It does have the insert, which is nice. But disc is in good condition. I've wanted this game for a while. It's like, think of like Power Stone, where it's sort of a top-down, almost isometric fighter type game where you can customize your robot, hence the name, customize your robot with a bunch of different parts to kind of suit the needs of the battle environment and your opponent. So that always happens, man. I shoot a GameCube collection video, and then after that, I start to get GameCube games that I want. It's weird how that works like that. All right, you guys saw in the footage, man, I was actually excited. I saw that stack of Nintendo games sitting there, and I was like, oh, here we go. If these are like $2 or $3 a piece, I'm just going to buy them all. Unfortunately, they were $8.99 a game. So I had battled Double Dragon. It's only like a $10 game anyway. It would have been like $9.60 after tax. But for $8.99, I did pick up one game. The other games were like TMNT, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, and then Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. I'll probably give it a playthrough, and then I'll throw it up on Craigslist for 15 bucks. See if somebody's silly enough to give me 15 bucks for that. And, you know, make 5 bucks or so. Throw Mega Man up there. There you go, Mega Man. You're shelf-worthy, brother. All right. So, those are cool, man. Those are awesome. Love picking up, especially the Nintendo stuff, cartridge-based stuff. Always awesome. But when I saw that rainbow, boys and girls, I knew that something special was going to happen. You guys remember a couple pickup videos ago, picked up those loose disc Sega Saturn games. They were $1 at Game On, which is on South High Street. They don't have any more Sega Saturn games in their dollar bin. But I'd gone back previously and I said, hey, are these still $1? And they're like, yeah. And I flipped through them, couldn't find the Sega Saturn games. I don't know if somebody moved them or what. So I thought, man, you know what? I'm going to go down there, give it one more try. And if not, you know, they had Dreamcast sports games. Maybe there was a sports game or something that I could pick up for $1. You know, nothing crazy. So I go down there, and they got like a handful of Dreamcast sports games. And then I find this stack of Saturn games. Boom! So I asked the girl that worked there, I'm like, hey, are these still $1? And she goes, that thing is overflowing with discs. We haven't sold any of them. All those loose disc games, 50 cents each. Bang. So I knew right then and there I was going to search the entire thing and I was going to buy every single Sega Saturn game. So for 50 cents each, we got Andretti Racing, Madden 97, NHL All-Star Hockey, NHL All-Star Hockey, Virtua Cop, Virtua Cop, Virtua Cop, Virtua Cop, Virtua Cop, and finally, Virtua Fighter 2. 50 cents each, man. I couldn't pass them on. Now, most of those games I have. I'll keep one copy of Virtual Cop and probably the Madden, since I don't have those. Amazing. So you guys know what we do, right? We go onto the coverproject.net and we print off covers and Wii cases and Sega Saturn covers. It's amazing. So there we go. The only one we didn't actually print off was the Andretti Racing. They didn't have it uploaded, but we've got cases now for all of those Saturn games, and they're all for sale, trade, maybe a contest, who knows. So then I was over the moon when I saw this guy post these Sega Saturn games online. Well, actually what he did was he posted a bunch of PlayStation stuff. And I said, hey, would you be interested in a trade? This is sort of what I have. And I traded my Mario Strikers for a PlayStation 2 game. And you will see that near the PlayStation. So make sure you subscribe so you can watch that. But he had a bunch of Sega Saturn games. And I was like, hey, can you bring those? I might be interested in some of them. He really didn't want to trade it all. But again, being able to talk to people and power of persuasion and things like that, you can sort of maneuver a little bit, you know, negotiations and things. So I bought one game from him. You know, and that was Last Bronx. Paid 30 bucks for Last Bronx. It is a 2D fighter with weapons, so it's sort of like Soul Calibur, you know, that kind of thing. Pretty interesting. And I played it for like 5 minutes to make sure it worked, and it was so-so. All right. So again, he wanted to really sell his stuff. So I said, well, take a look at what I got. I brought a bunch of doubles. And maybe we can work something out. If not, no harm done. We're already here. Take a look through the games, right? So I'm going to mess this up a little bit. I know the last two, I know what those trades were. This trade, I don't really remember. But that Pokemon Snap that I got at Thrift Store for $3, I'm pretty sure I got these 3 games for that. We got FIFA 98, NFL Quarterback Club 96, and then we got a complete copy of Andretti Racing. So that loose disc copy we'll get rid of. He had like some of these sports games at like $2, $3, $4, and for complete Sega Saturn games, especially in as nice a condition this is in, I mean, the case is probably worth that, you know. So yeah, definitely excited to get some more Sega Saturn stuff. So I was like, well, do you see anything in there that you want, that you're interested in? He said, yeah, I'd be interested in this Final Fantasy VII. He was talking about the Final Fantasy VII that I got at a garage sale for $5. It was missing the manual. We worked out a trade, and this is what I got. Bang! Virtual Tennis. Open. Virtual Open Tennis. Tennis. Virtual Open. And this case is in really nice shape, actually, as I'm looking at it. There's no cracks in or anything. But doesn't look that great. The graphics are a little flushed out. If that's what it looks like, it looks kind of trippy. F1 Challenge, which I've actually heard really, really good things about this. If you like the Daytona USA game for Sega Saturn, this is essentially the Formula One or IndyCar equivalent. It's an arcade racer, not necessarily a super simulator. So, yeah, definitely if you're into Daytona, check that out. And then the game that really caught my eye was Street Fighter, the movie, which says digitized graphics from the hit movie. Digitized graphics is true. I don't know how true hit movie is, but I remember seeing this in the theater with my brother, and we were huge Street Fighter 2 Turbo fans back in the day for Super Nintendo. So to have this in the collection is sort of a cool kind of nostalgic piece, because obviously we never had Sega Saturn or anything, but we did go see this movie in person, and we are big fans of the franchise. All right, so last trade of the day. I said, is there anything else that you're looking at? You know, anything, you know, maybe we can work something out. And he said, yeah, I'm kind of interested in one of your Symphony of the Nights. So that Symphony of the Night that I picked up for $5, I didn't want to trade it, guys. I wanted to sell it because I had to buy a new laptop, so kind of strapped for cash in the old video game fund. Personally, I'm fine. Just, you know, in that video game fund, that magic fund that we all have, that so we don't have to take out of our checking account. A little bit strapped right now because I had to buy a new laptop. Understandable, things happen. But I had it at $45, and I really didn't want to go any lower than that because that game's starting to go for $50, $60. I'm seeing it at game stores for $89.99, the Black Label version anyway. And like I said, kind of wanted the cash. So he said, well, you know, I'm kind of interested. Well, here's the other thing too. I had a couple offers. You know, I had $35 offer, $30 offer, $25 offer. Somebody actually emailed me on Craigslist and said, you know, PlayStation 1 games are old. People don't collect PlayStation 1 games. Nobody wants that stuff anymore. They've actually made 3 different versions of this game since the PlayStation 1. And, you know, people just aren't into it. But I'll come pick it up right now for $4. Yeah, somebody offered me $4 on Craigslist for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So I sent him an email back, and I used a lot of words that you wouldn't use at church or in front of your grandma. Unless your grandma cusses like a sailor, then you would use those words. And then at the end I was like, dude, check seller profiles. If you see that all I sell is video games and vintage toys and board games, then I'm probably in the know. So don't waste your time trying that crap on me. Anyway, he said, this guy said, I'm interested in your Castlevania. I got these box of Saturn games or whatever. So I found a couple that I was interested in, but we picked up Iron Man, Exo Manowar, and Heavy Metal, which is like a 2D platformer shooter beat 'em up type game. It's actually not that bad once you get kind of used to the controls and that kind of stuff. The enemies are kind of weird. I don't know what comic that's out of. I never read that Exo Manowar comic, so I don't know anything about it. But it looks like it'd be fun 2-player. It's a 2-player game. I don't have 2 Saturn controllers. And then the best game in the lot there, guys, in my opinion, was Nights into Dreams. Very nice condition copy. I played this for a little bit. Seems kind of fun. It comes with the little styrofoam piece. And there she is. Great condition. I remember seeing this controller at Half Price Books a couple years ago. And it was like $20, $25 or something. And I passed on it because, you know, at that time I didn't own a Saturn. And then it was like right after that I did a trade with Power Player Paul and I owned a Saturn. So I kind of wish I would have bought that for $20, $25. But, guys, that's going to do it. Kind of a weak first half of the week, or so-so first half of the week. And then the second week here, man, I think we knocked it out of the park with some Saturn games. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Let me know what you've been picking up in the comment section down below. Also, garage sale seasons are starting to come to an end, so if you got any awesome last minute garage sale finds, I definitely want to know about it. Tell me about it down in that comment section. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.